Hello and welcome to another video by Twin Links Gaming. In this video I will be talking about my tactics as a Space Marine player against Imperial Guard. As you may know, I have chosen Black Templars as my codex, and unfortunately I've also found out that half of my squad, which I've bought, you cannot use in the Black Templars codex, such as Devastators, my Land Raider Redeemer, and tactical squads, which are actually now called Crusader squads in the Black Templars. But yeah, unfortunately I've had to rethink my strategies and army lists, and I've come up with a 995 points army out of 1000. Of course, I'm still using the Empress Champion and the Vow, accept the challenge no matter the odds. In my Crusader squad, which is 9 Marines and a drop pod, because I'm going to deep strike them in. Their upgrades are Crusader Seals and a Holy Orb of Antinok. The reason why it's 9 is because I'm going to be deep striking them down with my Empress Champion in the enemy lines, and that comes to a total of 247 points if you were to include the Empress Champion with that. The drop pod doesn't have any upgrades either. My second squad with a Rhino is 210 points. In that squad they will have Bionics, and my Rhino will have smoke launchers, and I'm not sure if I'm going to have a melter gun or not. I'm still deciding on that, but I'm still having 10 in the squad with a Rhino and Bionics and smoke launchers. That comes to a 228 total of points. My Crusader Squad 3, which is just 5 on their own with Bionics, is 85 points. I'm having Assault Terminator. Oh, hang on, I need to take a mouthful of tea because I've just recently woken up. Yeah. My Assault Terminators, with a drop pod, I'm going to have them with Lightning Claws, because with this Vow, accept the challenge no matter the odds, I get Preferred Enemy, and with Preferred Enemy, anything that can otherwise charge, including a Dreadnought with a Power Claw, it can gain from this Vow. And also my Assault Terminators can have Furious Charge, which I'm definitely gonna be wanting to charge with them. Now the good thing as well is with a drop pod, it has an open. Oh, hang on a minute. I will just find this out, what this is called. Bear with me a minute. Yeah, it's an open-topped vehicle, which I'm guessing you can assault straight out of, just like a Land Raider, because it classes in as an assault vehicle. But yeah, I've got that with a drop pod and a Deathwind launcher. This is a cost of 265 points, and then I have a Land Speeder Typhoon. The Land Speeder itself is 50 points, and with the Typhoon multiple missile launcher is 20 points, which equals a total of 70. The reason for this is because I'm going to be deep striking near enough half of my force, which is the Assault Terminators, and a Crusader squad with the Empress Champion. The Land Speeder, obviously I will deploy that along with my second squad, a Crusader squad with the Rhino. Reason for having Typhoon is just to give some artillery against my opponent, so that I'm able to wear him down and make him think about wherever he's going to move and whatnot, because obviously he's going to have to worry about my drop pods coming in, which of course one of them does have a Deathwind launcher. I've recently got a rough idea of what my opponent Imperial Guard's force is going to look like, but as Black Templars in general, I'm going all out assault because, I mean, with the Emperor's Champion, you know, he doesn't have an option for any ranged weapons. You know, he's got a bolt pistol and his sword, and that's it. He can't have anything else. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm hoping that this tactic may actually work. Unfortunately, I do not have a Land Speeder Typhoon. The upgrades for a tactical squad to make them a Crusader squad, so I'm going to have to buy them, and probably another tactical squad as well, because I've already based my models and don't want to risk any paint, but I may just paint the upgrades themselves and then stick them on. But anyhow, that comes to about £140, I think, just for the tactical squad, the land speeder, 2 drop pods, the upgrades, and the Land Raider Crusader. It's not in my armies list, so I may not get it, but I was very upset about that I couldn't use a Redeemer, because you know, that was my idea in the last campaign. But unfortunately, with Black Templars, you only get what you're given. So yeah, which is a pain in the ass, really, considering I've already spent like over £200 on this army, and then £15 to find out you have to go and spend another good amount just to change it. But yeah, my tactic, as I said, is to go all out offense. I was planning on using a Predator, a Rhino, a Land Raider, and another Rhino with all smoke launchers, and just drive them up, but I thought it might be a bit more interesting if I was to deep strike them in and not use the Land Raider, because that would mean I'd have to buy a new one, which obviously they're not cheap, but hey ho. So yeah, I'm a bit annoyed with that, but I can afford it. You know, I do work, it's not a problem. It's just gonna take a bit more time, because currently skint at the moment, but I've done what I had to do, paid my bills, saved money, and treated myself, so it's all good. As my tactic against orcs, I may do another video on that, but I still need to think about it, because obviously with orcs, he's going near enough all out assault, and I'm going near enough all out assault, which he might actually be more worried than I am about that, because I've got better survival ability, and I can take a higher roll to the dice, so to speak. So for example, if I can wound him on a 3, he may need a 4 to wound me, you know, things like that. But he will obviously have a lot more attacks than I have. I mean, I think I worked it out, like, per squad, the maximum I'll ever get is like 34 attacks or something. But as a role player, if he's rolling about 20 to 30 boys, I'm gonna absolutely get annihilated if I don't have the numbers with me either. Because in our last campaign, obviously I was, you know, this is when I ever first started doing this. I've been into Warhammer for about 3 or 4 years now. You know, I used to do Lord of the Rings. I actually started on my 14th birthday, and I'm currently 19, so nearly 20 actually. Be 20 in March. But yeah, that's gone down quick. But yeah, it's only this summer actually I actually got into gaming. I was a bit worried about it, really, because obviously I've never done it, and I am not the best painter, you know, I will definitely admit that. depending on how this campaign goes. I hope to be a better gamer than I am painter, because that's what I do it for. You know, it's all about the games. So, yeah, anyway, that is it from me, and I will see you next time. For the Emperor.